Dear students, let's first discuss the different types of accounts. First one, current account. A current account is mainly for traders and those dealing in money on a daily basis. So, the account which is for the traders. Traders means they are the people who do the business everyday basis. Like their income is more. So that is why they every day come in the bank and save their money. Okay, so that is called as the current account. Current account is for mainly traders and those who deal for money on daily basis, who come every day. Then saving account. In some banks, no premium amount is required for opening an account. The bank pays some interest on the basis of the daily credit balance in the account. There are some restrictions on how often money can be withdrawn from this account. For this account, the bank issue a passbook and on demand a checkbook. Okay, so saving account is a type of account where people can come and save their money. So in some accounts you must have seen you have to first save 500 rupees. Okay, first of all you have to invest 500 rupees. Though you remove all your money, that last 500 rupees cannot be removed. So this is not the condition in the saving account. In saving account you can keep the zero balance. Okay, so that is called as saving account. Next one is recurring deposit account. The account holder can decide the amount to be deposited every month in the account. The bank gives an interest on the deposit which is more than that period for the savings accounts. Such an account is a means of compulsory saving. Now recurring account is one of the type of account for which you have to pay the fixed money every month. For example, I am opening a recurring account in certain bank. Okay, and I am asking the bank to issue about 3000 rupees per month. So every month I have to invest 3000 rupees. I cannot say that this month I am not giving. So that type of account is called as a recurring account. Okay, if you wish you can pay some more also, but that money whichever as much you are issuing, that much is the must part. You have to invest that. And the fourth one is fixed deposit. A depositor deposits a certain amount for a fixed period in the bank. This deposit attracts a greater rate of interest than the saving accounts. However, these rates are different in different banks. Senior citizens get a slightly greater rate of interest than the usual. Now, fixed deposit account is one of the other deposit account. Okay, this is not like saving account, not like current account, not even like recurring deposit account. Now what happens in fixed deposit? For example, I am having 2 lakh rupees. Okay, it is very risky for me to keep 2 lakh rupees at home, right? So what will I do? I will go in a bank and I will ask the person to invest my money, to save my money in the bank. But if I don't require that amount, 2 lakh rupees, for certain period of time, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 20 years, I don't require, I have enough amount of money to do my daily expenses. Okay, so I will ask the bank to keep it for a fixed period of time. For example, I am asking the bank to keep it for 5 years. So the bank will keep the money for 5 years and I will get the interest in more amount as compared to the saving or current or recurring deposit account. Now that money cannot be removed before 5 years. Okay, if I am keeping it for 5 years, I cannot remove it before 5 years. If I want to remove it before 5 years, if I met certain accident and I am in need of money, then the bank will not give you that much rate of interest. The bank will give you what is regular, what is 3%, 4%. In fixed deposit, bank gives you more than about 5 to 7%. Okay, so the greatest profit you earn in fixed deposit but still you have to wait for it. You have to issue the amount for certain period of time. Let's now have a look on some examples from textbook page number 70. There is one chart shown for you, right? One chart shows line number, date, particulars, check number, amount withdrawn, amount deposited, and the balance. Now, amount withdrawn is the money which we remove from the bank. Okay? Amount deposited means the money which we keep in the bank. And balance is whatever is remaining after removing or after adding, that is called as the balance. Date we generally know, line number is serial number. Particulars is we pay either in cash or we pay either in check, or sometimes the bank gives you interest, so that is called as the particulars. Let's see now. On first line, the date is 2/2/2016. So that is 2nd of February 2016. The amount is paid in the form of cash. Okay, we don't have check number, we don't have amount withdrawn. First of all, we don't have the amount withdrawn, that is we have not removed any amount from the bank. The amount deposited, that means the amount which we have kept in the bank, was 1500, and finally the balance becomes 7000 rupees. Okay, after adding 1500, the amount becomes 7000 rupees. After that, on 8th of February, the check was paid. Okay, the check was paid. The number of check is 232069. We have not removed any amount, so there is no withdrawn amount. Again, I have deposited the amount. How much I have deposited? 5000 rupees. Now, when the total was 7000 rupees, after adding 5000, how many does it become now? 7000 plus 5000 will give you 12000. So now on date 8th of February, the amount total is balance is 12000 rupees. Later on 12th of February, again the check was paid. Okay, the new check number is 243965. The withdrawn amount is 3000. Now I have not saved the money. I have not paid the money in the bank, not saved the money in the bank. I have removed the amount. Okay, how much did I remove? 3000 rupees. So first I had now balance 12000. After removing 3000, how much is the balance? 9000. Understanding? Then on 15th of February 2016, self amount was withdrawn. How much? 1500. Again 9000 minus 1500, correct? Because we have withdrawn, we have not deposited. Deposited means keeping in the bank. Withdrawn means removing from the bank account. So after 1500 was removed, 9000 minus 1500 will give you 7500. Then again on 26th of February, interest was given by the bank. Now who gives the interest? Bank gives you the interest. Why? Since you are storing your money in the bank, bank pays you certain amount of interest. Okay, so that is for your profit. Now how much interest was given? 135 rupees 135. So finally the balance is rupees 7635. After adding 135 rupees to 7500, the balance is 7635. Now let's solve the boxes below shown. On 2/2/16, the amount deposited was dash rupees. How much amount was deposited on 2nd of February 2016? Find out. Where is that amount deposited? So 1500 was deposited. And the balance becomes rupees 7000. Okay, the balance is rupees 7000. On 12th of February, dash rupees were withdrawn by check. On 12th of February, how much money was withdrawn? 3000 rupees was withdrawn. The balance was dash rupees. After withdrawing 3000 rupees, 9000 was the balance remaining. Clear? Third sentence. On 26th of February, the bank paid an interest of how many rupees? 135 rupees. Understanding? This was the first example. Let's discuss second example now. Suvidha borrowed a sum of rupees 30,000 at 8 PCPA. Full form of PCPA is per cent per annum. Annum means annual. 1 year is called as annum. Okay. Suvidha borrowed a sum of 30,000 rupees at 8 PCPA. Interest for a year from her bank to buy a computer. Now there is one girl whose name is Suvidha. She took 30,000 rupees from bank at 8% per annum interest for 1 year to buy a computer. At the end of the period, she had to pay back an amount of 2,400 rupees over and above what she had to borrow. Clear? When she had to return the amount to the bank, she first of all had to return 30,000 plus she had to return 2,400 more, since she is taking in terms of loan. She is asking like a loan 30,000 rupees. So when we take loan from the bank, we have to pay certain interest. So that interest was rupees 2,400. Let's solve. Based on this information, fill in the boxes below. Principal is equal to how many rupees? Now the amount taken by the bank by Suvidha was rupees 30,000. So that is the principal. Principal is equal to 30,000. Rate of interest dash percent. PCPA is always percent per annum. So that is 8. Rate of interest is equal to 8. Now interest is equal to dash. What is the interest? Rupees 2,400. Time. She had to keep it for 1 year, no? After returning it into 1 year, she gave the remaining money back. So time is equal to 1 year. The total amount returned to the bank is equal to 30,000 plus 2,400 is equal to 32,400 rupees. Students, always remember, though the bank pays you certain charge if you are keeping the money in the bank, or sometimes you are asking the loan for a bank for 3,000, 5,000, 20,000, 2 lakhs. So that time also you have to give some money to the bank. So that both are called as interest. Either bank is giving you interest or you have to pay the interest to the bank. It depends on either you are keeping the money in the bank or you are asking for a loan. Hope you understand today's class. Thank you.